Today, let's talk about that. We need an oil change because if we plan on driving across America, this thing definitely needs an oil change. That's for sure. Um, so, if you guys are interested in this, let's do it because we already did tire rotation, we did air filter clean, car wash, we did a tranny flush already, so we got everything up to speed as far as like maintenance. So the only thing left we got to do is a oil change. So definitely make sure you guys do that on a long trip like this. I'll probably bring a spare with me. Uh, so yeah, yeah. Let's get this started. 11/16. Bam. Come with me to the underside. Wee. Ugh. Oh snap. Yeah, so changing oil is so easy on this thing. I do all my own oil changes just because the ease of it is so nice. And as long as I don't make a mess, um, we'll be good. So tell me, do you guys change your own oil or do you have someone change it for you? That is the question of the day. I am a little old school. I would much rather do things myself. And that oil is pretty yucky for sure. I think she was due for a change. But yeah, let me know. I'm really curious on how many people still change their oil. I'm curious on, when people change their oil. I am still that old school guy that changes my oil every like 3,000 miles, or if my vehicle wants me to change my oil. Because what's cool is on these JKs, they they have a sensor inside of them that actually tells you when it's time to change your oil. I had a buddy who was like, "No way, that doesn't happen." And I'm like, "Yes, it does." So, yeah. So, we are almost drained out of this thing. Doesn't look too bad, but definitely it's time. But, and while you're under your vehicle, it is always a good opportunity to actually do an inspection for sure. Like while you're under here, just kind of like check around, see what you got going on. As you can tell, she's a dirty old beast. She's been through a lot. So, all the rust and scratches. She's no mall crawler. She got a little beat up. So, yeah. Let me know if you guys do your own maintenance. I'm curious about that. I'm one of those guys that like I fully believe that like no one takes care of your stuff like you would take care of your stuff. Um, I I'm like that because so many times, like, I've had people strip a bolt or not fix something, or had your car apart and they should have fixed something and they didn't. Um, so I'm one of those types. It's just like, if it's not that difficult and if you have the ability to do it, then do it yourself for sure. Um, yeah, for sure. Because nobody's going to take the pride and care. And look, see, here's a great example of what I'm talking about. So check that out. I got a nut that just came loose. Look at that. Yeah, baby. So we catch stuff like that when we're under here. That is not cool. Let's see how the other one's doing. Oh, we got a loose one there too, guys. Yeah, see? There you go. Look at that. All in action. Yeah. Uh-huh. So I will probably crawl around under here and check a lot more stuff now that I see that. Uh, and we'll get back at it. All right. Later. And then this. This thing here is a filter wrench. And that is so much easier with this guy. For sure. To loosen this thing up. The only thing I don't like is it makes a little bit of a mess, but we clean it up when we're done. So, but yeah, I definitely think it was time for an old oil change. That's for sure. So, I just was sitting around thinking, I was like, you know what? I wonder if folks would like to see an actual oil change. And not like the edited version where it's all like pretty and clean. I'm talking the uncensored version. The messy version. Yeah. So now that all that's done, let's move on to putting the new stuff in. All right. Out with the old, in with the new. Stay. Stay. Yeah, stay. Let's get our royal purple. I love this stuff. I was having an issue with oils until I switched to like this royal purple. I genuinely love this stuff. It's their premium synthetic high performance. And I mainly do it because even though she's not a hot rod, she definitely she gets hot, she overheats, like big tires, all that stuff on a little motor, the stress, doing, the speed limit, wink wink. So yeah, once I switched to this, man, it is changed everything night and day. I was having like this weird like dry start issue, and that was like concerning, but then I switched to this and she's been right as rain ever since. Like, yeah, no complaints. Roll purple. If you know, you know, for sure. So let's let that chill out for a minute. Then we'll give her the old quick fire up, circulate everything through the system, and then we'll check the dipstick. And if she needs more, we'll put more in it. All right, we'll get back to you. All right, see what we got going on here. Oh, she's clean. Wipe her off. Yes. Wiped her off on my pants. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. I don't know, but that's pretty. That is pretty. Nice and purple. But she could use some more. Usually do about 6, or basically like a quart, and then I do the big gallon. And that usually takes care of her. That. And that is a quick oil change. I love it. Can't beat it. We'll fire this puppy up, we'll take her for a spin, come back, check her again.